There comes a time when too many coincidences stop being coincidences. That's exactly what's happening with Leviathan and the idea of her being a mass-produced NIKKE. In her side story with Siren, it was directly stated that she was indeed a mass-produced model. Specifically, she's an Idol Ocean model, and looking back on it now, it makes perfect sense. So for those who wanted a mass-produced NIKKE as an SSR, well, you already got one. But the reason this idea became much clearer to people is because of Ziz. She's very clearly a model, e.g. Eagle. It lines up perfectly, especially with her ability to fly. Once again, it just makes sense. Now when it comes to Behemoth, things aren't as straightforward. She doesn't really have a naming convention we can easily match to an existing model. My best guess is that once we meet Bahamut, we'll finally figure out which model Behemoth belongs to. But since we haven't seen Bahamut yet, we'll have to work with what we have and try to connect Behemoth to the other mass-produced models. Luckily, we can already exclude Idol Ocean, Leviathan, and e.g. Ziz. That narrows things down. To figure this out, I used the following guide, based on their destructive themes. Tear up the ground, Behemoths. Flood it with water, Leviathan. Blot out the sky, Ziz. Incinerate it with blue flame, Bahamut. This gives us a clearer idea of how they might be designed. Now, for the sake of argument, I'll say that Idol Sun is most likely Bahamut. Heat, fire, the sun, that's a fair line of reasoning. If that's the case, then Behemoth could also come from the same Idol line, just a different model. With that in mind, I narrowed it down to 3 possible candidates: Idol Flower, Soldier 8, or Soldier 12. So I started looking into each one to see if I could find similarities. The results were mixed. Honestly, they don't share much visually, which led me to 2 possible conclusions. Behemoth is heavily mutated by dark matter, which distorted her appearance. She's actually a combination of multiple NIKKE. Since appearances didn't give me much to work with, I turned to the names instead. That's when I started leaning toward Flower. Here, why Behemoth's clamps? At first, I always thought they were just mechanical clamps, but when you really look at them, they resemble the shape of flowers. On top of that, Behemoth is tall and wears high heels, while Flower doesn't, which could be a deliberate contrast. There's also the matter of the eyes. Flower's eyes are never shown, which leaves creative freedom for how they could be designed. And we already know from Ziz and Eagle that eyes can be a direct design connection. So with all that in mind, my best guess is this. Behemoth is based on the Idol Flower model, while Bahamut will be based on the Idol Sun model. It also makes sense why these 2 haven't been used much in the story compared to the other models. And this could explain their deep sense of inferiority compared to the offsprings. Imagine being a mass-produced NIKKE, then corrupted into a heretic, only to still feel inferior to the unique models. That's got to be painful. Now, who knows, maybe Bahamut could even be linked to the Soldier FA line, kind of like a phoenix, a bird of fire rising from the ashes. But hey, at the end of the day, that's just a theory.